There's a pattern when it comes to compliments, one that's so common, it's almost automatic. Most men stick to the obvious, the easy, the phrases that have been repeated so many times they barely hold meaning anymore. You're so beautiful. I love your eyes. You have a great smile. Now, there's nothing wrong with these words. They're kind, they're polite. But here's the problem. They don't stand out. They don't leave a lasting impression. Imagine a woman who has heard these compliments her entire life. When she was younger, they came often, from classmates, co-workers, even strangers in passing. As she got older, they became less frequent, but when they did come, they still followed the same script. After a while, these words become like the hum of background music in a busy cafe, pleasant but forgettable. But what if, instead of saying something she's heard 1,000 times before, you offered her something different, something that made her stop and think? What if, instead of commenting on what's right in front of you, you acknowledge something deeper? The way her presence brings warmth to a room. The way she listens with real intention, making people feel heard. The way her eyes light up when she talks about something she truly loves, whether it's gardening, painting, or telling a story from years ago. A compliment isn't just about making someone feel good in the moment. It's about making them remember how you made them feel. And the key to that? It's not in being the most charming person in the room, it's in seeing what others overlook. In a world where most people are too distracted to really pay attention, the simple act of noticing can be the most powerful thing you do. Today, we're going to talk about how to give compliments that don't just sound good, but that matter. The kind of words that make someone feel truly seen. And once you learn how to do this, you'll realize something incredible. The best compliments aren't just about making someone else feel special. They also say something about you. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Now, let's get started. Most compliments follow a predictable formula. A man notices something pleasant about a woman, her beauty, her smile, her style, and he comments on it. You're gorgeous. I love your hair. That dress looks amazing on you. These words are kind, but they don't make a lasting impression. They don't reach beyond the surface. They don't make her pause and truly feel something. But imagine a different kind of compliment, one that isn't about the obvious, but about the essence of who she is. Instead of saying, "You have a great smile," you might say, "The way your face lights up when you talk about something you love, it's contagious." Instead of, "You're so elegant," try, "There's something about the way you carry yourself. It's like you own the space around you without even trying." These kinds of compliments work because they don't just acknowledge her attractiveness. They tie it to something deeper, something uniquely hers. Think about it. Most people, when giving compliments, are simply reacting. They see something pleasant and comment on it without much thought. But when you move beyond reaction into perception, everything changes. A woman who has been told she's beautiful her entire life suddenly hears something different, something that engages her mind, not just her ego. And that is where intrigue begins. Another powerful element of unexpected admiration is surprise. When you say something she's never quite heard before, it sparks curiosity. She might wonder, "How did he notice that?" Or, "Why did he pick up on something so specific?" More importantly, she might start to think, "What else does he see in me that others don't?" This is the foundation of deep attraction, because attraction is not just about desire, it's about fascination. So slow down, pay attention, look beyond what's obvious. Maybe it's the way she gestures when she's telling a story. Maybe it's the way she listens with patience and genuine interest. Maybe it's the quiet confidence in the way she moves, or the way she tucks her hair behind her ear when she's lost in thought. These are the things that make a person feel truly seen. When you compliment in this way, you're not just offering a kind word. You're creating a moment where she stops, reflects, and suddenly sees herself through your eyes in a way she never has before. And that moment is powerful. That moment lingers long after the words have been spoken. Attraction, at its core, is not about impressing someone. It's about engaging them. It's about stepping beyond surface-level admiration and offering something meaningful. If you can do that, if you can truly see someone and make them feel seen in return, you will never be forgettable. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, comment yes below to let me know you're here with me. Thank you for your valuable time. When you tell a woman, you have a dangerous mind, you are doing something few men ever dare. You are stepping beyond the usual surface-level compliments about beauty or charm and speaking to something deeper, something that resonates at the core of who she is. You are telling her that her mind carries weight, that her thoughts have power, and that her way of thinking is not just impressive, but disruptive in the most profound and inspiring way. For many women, particularly those who have lived full lives filled with challenges, triumphs, and lessons learned, intelligence is more than just knowledge. It is wisdom, intuition, and the ability to see the world in a way that others do not. And yet, how often do they hear this acknowledged? How often does someone look at them, not just for their kindness, their strength, or their nurturing nature, but for the sheer brilliance of their mind? Consider a woman named Margaret, now in her 70s, who spent decades balancing the demands of raising a family and running a successful business. She made difficult decisions, took risks, and built something meaningful from nothing. Along the way, she learned to read people, to anticipate problems before they arose, to navigate a world that often underestimated her. Yet, as the years went by, she found that people spoke to her differently. They admired her warmth, her generosity, and her resilience, but few recognized the keen mind that had guided her through every challenge. One evening, at a family gathering, she was deep in conversation about how the world had changed, about the way technology and culture had shifted in ways most people don't even realize. As she spoke, her grandson, now a young man building his own career, listened intently. And when she finished, instead of the usual polite nods or affectionate praise, he looked her in the eye and said, "You have a dangerous mind." At first, she laughed, thinking it was an unusual choice of words. But then, she saw the sincerity in his face. He meant it. He wasn't just humoring her or offering empty admiration. He was acknowledging something real. He recognized the sharpness of her intellect, the way her perspective could shake assumptions, challenge the status quo, and introduce new ways of thinking. In that moment, Margaret felt something stir within her, something she hadn't felt in years. She felt seen, not just as a loving grandmother, not just as a woman who had lived many years, but as a force, as someone whose mind still had the power to shape, to inspire, to disrupt. That is the power of this compliment. It is not about flattery, it is about recognition. Most people, when complimenting a woman, are simply reacting to what they see on the surface. They tell her she is kind, elegant, or graceful, because these are the qualities that are easy to notice. But when you tell a woman that she has a dangerous mind, you are telling her that you see something others overlook. You see her ability to challenge, to provoke thought, to change the way people see the world. You are telling her that her intelligence is not passive, but active, not gentle, but formidable. And this is rare, so rare that it catches her off guard, makes her pause, and think about herself in a new way. And here's the deeper truth: women, especially those who have spent years giving to others, often carry an untapped desire to be acknowledged for more than their roles. They have been caregivers, mentors, and quiet strength for those around them, but beneath that, many of them have also been thinkers, revolutionaries, and silent architects of the world around them. To recognize this, to call it by name and say, "I see your mind, and it is powerful," is to offer them something far greater than admiration. It is to give them the gift of being known. But this compliment only works if it is given sincerely. You cannot force it, and you cannot say it simply because it sounds intriguing. You must mean it. You must see it. If you tell a woman she has a dangerous mind, but fail to recognize the depths of her intelligence, she will know immediately that the words are empty. But if you truly look, if you pay attention to the way she thinks, to the insights she offers, to the way she sees the world, you will find that these words carry weight. And when spoken with authenticity, they create a moment that lingers long after the conversation has ended. Because at the heart of attraction, of respect, of meaningful human connection, is not just admiration, it is recognition. And when a woman feels truly seen, not just for what she gives, but for the way she thinks, she will never forget the one who made her feel that way. Attraction, in its purest form, is not about fleeting admiration. It is not about empty flattery, rehearsed lines, or shallow attempts to impress. Real attraction is built on recognition. It is the ability to make someone feel truly seen, valued, and understood in a way that goes beyond the ordinary. When you tell a woman, "You make me want to be a better man," or "I don't think you realize how rare you are," you're not just offering her a compliment, you are revealing something much deeper. You are telling her that her presence impacts you, changes you, inspires you. That she is not just someone you admire from a distance, but someone who pushes you toward growth and self-improvement. And for a woman, that is not just flattering, it is profoundly meaningful. Because women, just like men, want to feel significant. They want to know that their presence matters, that they are not just another option, another pretty face, another passing interest, but a force of influence, someone who leaves an imprint. And when a woman senses that she inspires you, that she challenges you to rise beyond who you were yesterday, she doesn't just feel attraction, she feels invested. I remember the first time I understood the true weight of this. A close friend of mine, Mark, had been in a long-term relationship with a woman named Sarah. Sarah wasn't just beautiful, she was sharp, confident, and driven in ways that forced Mark to level up. Before meeting her, he had drifted through life, coasting in a job he didn't care for, living out the same routine day after day. But something changed when Sarah entered his life. He found himself wanting to do more, to be more. Not because she demanded it, not because she pressured him, but because her presence alone reminded him of his own potential. One evening, after months of working on himself, Mark looked at her and said, "You make me want to be a better man." And she paused. Not because she hadn't heard compliments before, but because this wasn't just about her beauty or charm. It wasn't about admiration, it was about transformation. She had helped awaken something in him, and from that moment on, their relationship deepened in a way neither of them expected. But here's where most men fail. Words alone are not enough. A woman can tell when a compliment is spoken from the heart, and when it is simply a tactic. If you tell her she makes you want to be better, she should see it in your actions. If you tell her she is rare, she should feel that in the way you treat her, with respect, consistency, and a level of appreciation that sets her apart. Because a man's words only carry weight when his actions reinforce them. This is where many relationships fall flat. Men say beautiful things, but do not back them up with real effort. They admire a woman's strength, but do not strive to meet her at that level. They tell her she inspires them, yet remain stagnant in their own lives. And that is why compliments, no matter how poetic, can feel meaningless unless they are backed by growth, discipline, and self-improvement. But when your words are real, when they come from a place of deep recognition, when she sees that you are evolving because of the way she challenges and inspires you, something incredible happens. Attraction may spark interest, but significance creates investment. A woman becomes truly invested in a man when she realizes that she is a meaningful part of his journey, that she is not just someone he desires, but someone who has helped shape him into a stronger, more purposeful version of himself. And when she feels that, she doesn't just feel flattered, she feels unforgettable. Because when you tell a woman, "You make me want to be a better man," you are not just saying she is beautiful, interesting, or intelligent. You are saying that she shapes you, that her presence challenges you, that her energy and way of being push you beyond your limits. And that is not just a compliment, it is an invitation to step into something deeper, something where two people grow, evolve, and elevate each other. But this is not about placing her on a pedestal. This is not about treating her as an unattainable goddess or making her feel like she carries the weight of your transformation alone. Rather, it is about recognizing that the most meaningful relationships are transformative, where two people bring out the best in each other, where they challenge each other to step into their highest selves. There is also a quiet power in vulnerability embedded in this statement. In a world that often tells men to suppress their emotions, to maintain an image of unshakable confidence, admitting that someone has moved you, influenced you, and inspired you to grow is a sign of true strength. It shows her that you are not just trying to impress her, you are willing to be real with her. And here's where the magic happens. When a woman sees that her presence in your life is not just about admiration or attraction, but about real transformation, she begins to feel something that goes beyond chemistry. She feels a connection that is deep, rare, and profoundly meaningful. She is no longer just a passive recipient of your affection. She becomes part of your story, part of your evolution, part of something that matters. And when a woman feels that kind of significance in your life, she will never forget it. Because in the end, attraction fades, beauty changes, circumstances shift. But the feeling of being deeply seen, truly valued, and profoundly appreciated, that is what lasts. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, comment yes below to let me know you're here with me. Thank you for your valuable time. In a world where so many interactions feel transactional, where compliments are given without thought and admiration is fleeting, the deepest connections are built on something far more profound: the feeling of being truly seen. When you tell a woman, "You are rare," you are doing more than offering her a compliment. You are giving her a new lens through which to see herself. You are telling her that she is not just another person, not just another face in the crowd, but someone who stands apart, someone irreplaceable. And when a woman feels irreplaceable in your eyes, her emotional investment in you deepens, because now she senses that this connection is not just about attraction, it is about meaning. But words alone do not hold power unless they are backed by consistency, sincerity, and action. If you tell a woman she is rare, but treat her like she is just another option, the words will lose their impact. If you tell her she is different, yet interact with her the same way every other man does, the effect will disappear. It is not enough to say it, you must show it. You must prove through your attention, through your curiosity, and through your engagement that you recognize something in her that others might overlook. The magic of this statement lies in its ability to awaken something within her, a realization of her own uniqueness, a reminder of the qualities that set her apart. Many people, no matter how confident they may seem on the outside, struggle with self-doubt. They wonder if they truly matter, if they are truly special. When you tell a woman she is rare, and she believes you, you reinforce her sense of self-worth in a way that few others do. And people do not forget those who make them feel that way. More than attraction, more than admiration, what truly lasts is meaning. When you make someone feel deeply recognized, when you show them that their essence has value beyond the surface, you create a connection that lingers far beyond a moment. You move beyond chemistry and step into something enduring. Because beauty fades, words are often forgotten, and attraction alone is never enough. But the feeling of being truly seen, that stays forever. Now take a moment to reflect. Which of today's insights resonated with you the most? Have you ever experienced the power of being truly seen, or the impact of making someone feel rare and irreplaceable? How will you bring more genuine recognition and depth into your connections? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your experiences in the comments below, whether it's a time when someone made you feel truly valued or how you plan to apply these ideas in your own life. Your perspective might inspire someone else to create deeper, more meaningful connections. If you found this video insightful, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and share it with someone who could benefit from these powerful relationship principles. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on more content designed to help you build stronger, more meaningful connections. Thank you for watching, wishing you a life filled with deep connections, genuine appreciation, and relationships that truly matter.